for people to roll in and the chat. I'm pulling up right now. I will be monitoring that throughout the stream. And Wolf should be here any second. Got a lot to cover and unpack. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more of the planning and giving updates on things. If you didn't catch my last stream, okay, you're only on for a little bit, not feeling all that well. I will go right to it then. So let's get first out of the way my podcast observations and comments. You can find it on Anchor and wherever you listen to your podcast: Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, and more coming. And you can get 10% off your order at nonamenerd.com by using my promo code CAMDOG83. So, just going to do a couple quick updates here. I'm going to try to keep the chat up as much as possible. And I want to do a relatively short stream anyway because there's a podcast that I want to watch here in about an hour. So, and it goes live in about an hour. So want to check that out. I've been playing around this week. A couple things here. One, I'll start with my radio program. It's going to debut this coming Wednesday at 10 a.m. And it'll run from 10 a.m. to noon Central Time, right here. And it's going to be a talk format. And I have set up the design for that. So I've got here, there's that. We got the two-shot. That's me on the cam. That's the phone call / text line that I have set up. And there, if I just want to, say, show a video, I can do that here. If I want it to just be me, I could do that here. And then back to the 2-wide. So that's what I've got set up for my radio program. It's going to be called the CamDog83 program. Real original. And been working with Wolf on hopefully doing a music podcast here very soon. Not sure yet the avenue as far as what channel. Will not be here. It'll be not be on this channel. But I'm working on the layout. Here's what I have so far. So we got in the center there, this screen, my display, and then here's my webcam here on the left, and then on the right, that would be Wolf. So, and then this is it without the video. It just shows the tape deck in the center. So there's updates on that. I've got, you know what, I need to download this picture real quick. So let me do that. And I'll just pull it up on the screen. Big stream coming up on the 27th. Still working out full details, but we'll be playing some games, doing some chatting, maybe some live interviews, doing all sorts of fun, cool stuff. Let me pull that up. I sent it to Wolf. Whoops. That's Kim. Okay. Not going to find it. I didn't send it to Kim. Is this it? Nope, this is it. Okay. Pulled that up. Let's download that sucker real quick. Okay. Big Show is what I'll save it as. Wolf remembers Big Show. We had a lot of those. Alright, let's pull that up. Close out of this. Hopefully this will work. Okay. Well, this isn't the best look graphically. Let me see. Am I able to zoom in on that? I'm not. Oh, wait. Yes, I am. Whoa. Okay, that's about as big as I can get it and let it have it still fit. Yeah, I know. It'll be Saturday, February 27th. Start at 11 a.m. It'll run until 6 p.m. That's Central Time, which I forgot to put on the flyer. Whoops. That's an update I need to make. And here's all my different ways you can reach me. Facebook.com/Twitch CamDog83. On Twitter, my handle is @CamDog83. And of course, twitch.tv/CamDog83. We'll be playing some NBA 2K21, some RBI Baseball 20, interviews, just chatting, and the all-inclusive more. So, got that going on. And I know originally, Wolf, we had planned to like Zoom and all that, but I know you're not feeling well, so we'll forego all that. What do we got? It's only 11:37. Well, I've been on for like 6 minutes. Okay. What else to talk about? And check on something real quick. Get some permission to do something here. Got an idea for something. I'll promote a buddy of mine. Bear with me one moment. Okay, if he's cool with it, I'm going to do a live look-in on a live stream currently going on. I'm going to mute. Okay, cool. He gives his go-ahead. So, we're going to pull up. I got it muted right now. So we're live looking. Turn it up just a little bit. This is the Critical Android. I'm going to pull it out of my ear here because I'm hearing echoes. Okay, let's back that off a little bit. So this is the Critical Android. Now you can see me right there. Said, Android, you cool with me doing a live look-in to your stream on my stream? And he said, yep, sure.
Alex, did you find that puzzle answer yet?
So, I'm standing in front of it. Gonna give him some love. You can find him on YouTube. You know what? It'd help if I switch scenes, though. That would help. So, Critical Android and a couple of his friends. Well, actually, his brother and then one of his friends. They're doing some remnants from the ashes. So it's Android, and they're playing along with Alex and Dan. So I hope y'all can hear it all right. Gonna do a quick look in here. And I help edit his podcast, The Fraser Analysis. And I've been helping with that, so good dude. Very good dude. So we're gonna give him some love. He's over on YouTube. Just search the Critical Android. If you'd love the sitcom Frasier, go check it out. Go check out the channel. He does that. He has a home improvement.
Keep going backwards because there was a wall behind me.
and
We should really
he's a
use the
good
red
one of
crystal.
the good guys. So
Yeah.
really glad to know him.
Red
She could-
crystal, what do you mean?
Maybe
The
I'm gonna
crystal
shoot you this
to heal.
over Messenger so you can see it.
You're gonna send me the puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the code.
We've done this before, don't get us wrong.
It's just
but
totally different, which is phenomenal. I love it. You guys come back to the crystal. You're up.
Alright, coming for it. Matters to me. My health is low. Alright, I'm pulling up the picture now so I can fully see it here.
Yeah. And remember, you gotta do it quick. Like, that's the thing.
What's
It's
that
like,
noise I keep hearing? That beep, beep.
I don't know. It's like someone's on a phone call that's not hung up. So it's...
How dead's your phone?
Oh, boy, mine's charging. That way...
Oh, it might be the speaker, dude. It's the
All right.
Hook.
speaker's not.
So right now they're just kind of chilling.
Wow, this one's super complicated, dude.
Hook is
Let me get a piece of paper.
is hook pliers, question mark, question mark. Let's see. So it's hook,
Wait, let me see. What do you mean?
pliers, hook,
That makes sense.
pliers,
BABA start.
question mark. Which direction is the question mark?
I don't know. I'm not
Question-
looking at that right now.
Question mark, lightning, question mark, thingy.
You got it.
How was that so hard?
No, it wasn't that it was hard. It was different than last time. Dan was trying to...
That's what she said. Oh.
I know. Apparently we were live on Cameron's stream and he's sending us some love. So
Nice.
that's much
Thank you.
appreciated. Alright, so I don't know where this led us to, but this thing has a black mold problem
Yeah,
like
check-
crazy.
What does?
This dungeon has a black mold problem. Are you guys seeing this?
It's not a huge puddle. That's from ice.
No, dude, this is like...
I was getting ice for my drink. What are you looking at, bro? Your game?
Yeah, there's like a black mold problem in this dungeon. Like, this one even looks like it has a
go
face.
down there. You're gonna get a new set of armor.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the black mold, Alex, and I need some bleach.
Oh, do ya?
Yeah, this thing looks... I mean, seriously, this looks like it has a face. It
Real
looks like...
hood bathroom situation.
It looks like Angry Bert from Sesame Street.
Angry Birds? I love
Angry Bert, not Angry
Angry
Birds.
Birds. Oh, well, get an Angry Big Bird, man.
Something like that. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Ooh.
I'm interested to see how much. I'm interested to see how much caps we get for him finding that armor.
I had to buy the armor.
Oh, that's right.
I just bought a bunch of void armor. And it just opened up. Hey guys, open the door. How you guys doing?
I'll watch for just a little bit longer and then
Hey everybody.
move on.
Yeah, he got it.
Well, I'm good with puzzles.
He's quite the puzzler.
Plus, I used to watch that Price is Right game where they had to step on the numbers to find the path to like the price of the car. I used to watch that all the time. I'm a huge Price is Right junkie. It's basically what it is.
Real men watch Legend in the Hidden Temple.
Real men like used to play Legends of the Hidden Temple because now they're men and before they were boys.
Yeah, exactly. Boys to men.
Kirk Fogg had like the most awkward delivery. It's like, "Hi, I'm Kirk Fogg for Legends of the Hidden Temple. You gotta put the head on the shrine of the monkey, the silver monkey, the silver shrine."
I gotta check out the spill. Dan said there's a spill on the floor. 1 second.
Okay.
I don't know if it's dog related or human related.
I'm hoping it's not human related. It's a human related spill on the floor. That sounds awkward. And now I'm alone. And I Nobody knows the trouble I've
All right, I'm
seen.
gonna
Nobody knows but Jesus.
Dude, I went down and got paid.
I'm gonna go ahead and remove from the stream
Well,
here.
yeah, I mean, you sent me the picture, and all I had to do was follow the card.
So he's Critical Android. You can find him on YouTube, and one of the good guys. I'm gonna talk with him later tonight. See if he's interested in being one of my interviewees on the special stream. So I'll run that by him. Other than that, I don't have really much to go on. Wolf, I don't know if you even are still on at this point. If you're not, I completely understand. If you are, I know you're not feeling the best. You've had a few days there where it's been rough. When you start feeling better, I'm thinking a Tuesday. Oh, that's what I wanted to go over. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay, so I got a little notepad thing here. My plans. So, this is kind of a peek behind the curtain. It's really like a staff meeting, really, more than anything. I did the live look-in because, honestly, I have, like, maybe 5-10 minutes of material tonight and wanted to kind of stretch it a little bit. So I mentioned the radio program. That'll be on Wednesdays from 10 to noon, right here. It's all talk, so no music, no, anything like that. Just all talk. I might have some, like, bump music playing that is stream friendly, but other than that, no music. Monday nights, I'm going to start getting into the habit after work when I get off, planning out my week in streaming/podcasting. And so, Wolf, I might be reaching out to you on Monday nights after I get off work to kind of go over, things as I think of things. I'm thinking Tuesday evenings after, that's my day off of work. The taping, when we start taping the podcast, I would say, at least initially, we should tape it and then post it and then promote the heck out of it. Because until we maybe get some further capabilities and maybe even bring on a producer of some sort who can switch scenes so that all we have to worry about is basically talking. They would handle playing the clips, playing the songs, whatever. Until we get to that point, I would feel more comfortable just taping it in advance and taping it live and then, doing some slight edits, maybe cut out some dead space, that kind of thing, and then post it later. Plus, if we're setting up a new channel, you can't stream live immediately. You got to get a certain number of followers in order to do that. So that's what we're going to do there. And then I mentioned the radio program, of course. Friday nights, I'll be here doing my stream. It'll usually last at least an hour, sometimes longer. I try to cap it at about an hour because I really enjoy watching Cofield. I've got it set up Tuesday. I'm going to be meeting up with Boomer. We were supposed to do it this past Tuesday. He lives in Texas. Need I say more? He wasn't able to record this past Tuesday, but he should be good to go for this week. We got the special stream coming up a week from tomorrow. I'm taking off work to do it. The other goals I have in mind, and I've already started some of this, create a Google Calendar for booking guests for radio program and podcasts. I've created one, and I will get you hooked up with that so you can view it. It'll also include my work schedule in there, so you'll be able to see when I'm working, when I'm not working, that sort of thing. And then I want to design further elements for the radio program and music podcast, create a YouTube channel for the music podcast that Wolf and I will have access to as admins and creators, and then completely fund and set up the LLC that shall remain nameless for business purposes. And that's pretty good right there. It's 11:51, so it's a little short, but that's an update on that, and I can send this to you, Wolf, in text form if you need, if you're more of a visual person. That's the notes I have. So if you want that, let me know. Otherwise, if you got a basic idea of it, cool. I will hit you up offline here in a moment, set you up with that calendar, and then we can kind of roll from there. I might just send it to you so that we each have a copy of it. I just typed in a little notepad app on my phone, so I'm going to. Oh wait, I wanted to go an hour. It's only 20 minutes. What am I thinking? It's 11:52. I was thinking that it was later than it is. It's not. So why don't? Here's what I'm gonna do. And if you need to roll, I understand, Wolf, if you're able to stick around, cool. Why don't we listen to my latest podcast? I'll let that roll. It's about 15 minutes here. And I might pause it and interject every now and then. But this is my latest podcast that you can find on Anchor and other areas as well. Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Spotify. Let's let it roll. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. About to send that to you, Wolf. It's time for observations and comments. This little piece of music is something that Randy, a good friend of mine, produced for me. I specifically paid him for it, so I own the rights to it. And it starts now. That it does. Observations and comments. Cameron Fletcher here with you. Glad to be here. Another edition of Observations and Comments with a new intro. I found some old audio that a good friend of mine, Randy, created for me several years ago. I asked him to. Forgot about it completely. I paid him $5 for it through Fiverr, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago now, and completely forgot about it. So, new intro. Hope you all like it. It is observations and comments, and got an announcement on it. So, first of all, I wanted to mention that you can go to nonamenerd.com. I do. Right now. I forgot to turn my mic back on.
Code CAMDOG83 upon checkout, and you get 10% off your order, and it also helps support me in my endeavors. This podcast, it helps support my streaming and other endeavors that I have going on. And glad to be here with you. This is going to be a real quick episode. Just wanted to make a real quick announcement. Wanted to showcase my new intro as well. The announcement I have is that beginning next episode, now he won't be on all episodes. I will still have a few episodes where I host it myself, but a new co-host, and he's my good friend Boomer, Dave Notabaum, or Dave Notabaum, as a former JCCC alum. Johnson County Community College said it incorrectly one time. I wish I still had the audio
I do not have any of the old audio from the ECAV days, ECAV radio, and I need to reach out to some people there. The station is no longer, but I'm hoping that they still have the old archives. I know I gave it on a drive to the advisor several years ago. I asked her about it. She's no longer the advisor there, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't have it or know where it's at." She was like, "You need to check with this person," and gave me their name. So, but somewhere there is an archive with that clip where Dave Nottebohm. But Boomer is a great friend of mine. I've known him for several years, and I mentioned this on my stream recently, which you can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/camdog83. And I mentioned that, like, when Boomer and I first met, it was like we'd known each other for years. Like, we just became, like, instant buddies. And we've maintained that through the years. He's, moved a couple of times, actually, since then. He's been in Iowa, and now he's in Texas. But, yeah, we're just, like, really good friends. And it's going to be a great addition to the podcast. He and I giving that, back and forth and discussing things. The first one we do, which will be the next episode after this one, we are going to, it's just going to be basically Boomer introducing himself, and then he and I are going to share some stories that we have. And boy, do we have some stories. My goodness. We probably have enough material just telling stories to, each episode is about, 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes at the most. We could probably fill up at least like 5 or 6 episodes just with stories from the past. So I am really looking forward to him coming on here and being an addition to the podcast. And I am so excited to get that started. We plan to meet later this week and get some recording done. So that's going to be a fun trip down memory lane, and he's going to be a welcome addition to the podcast, my buddy Boomer. So I cannot wait. And I'll tell one quick story, one that I'm pretty sure we might get to when he's on the episode with us. But we went out one time. So first of all, like every weekend. I mean, I'm talking every single weekend. He and I were like hanging out or doing something. I'd come over, if it was the summertime, I'd come over. We'd watch, the baseball game. If the Cubs were on, we'd watch them. We're both huge Cub fans. And in the like winter time and the fall time, we'd watch football together. We were always doing something, and it was like, we were going to the pool because he lived in this really nice apartment complex, and basically had like If you're tuned in, we're currently had a really listening nice to my pool. podcast, Observations and Comments.
And
you got pool in summer and a couple single guys. It's it's a sight for the eyes. I'll just put it that way. But anyway, so there was this one evening, I called him and I was like, "Yeah, I'm off work. What you got going?" I was working that particular Saturday, and he's like, "Oh, nothing. Yeah, just come over, what have you." And so I did. I went over to his place, and it was kind of later in the year. It wasn't nice enough to be at the pool, so we watched a ball game, and it was kind of like early mid-September, and watched the Cubs play, and I can't remember who they played or what the score was. That's not relevant to the story, but and I mentioned this the other night on my stream, that Boomer is fond of the beverage, and so I'm not. So No, I'm sorry. He didn't drink at his place. I apologize. He did not drink. He might have had like one beer, but that was it. Um, so anyway, the game, wraps up and it's like, like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and he's like, "What, I'm kind of hungry. You want to go, maybe grab a bite to eat or something?" It's like, yeah, yeah, let's do it. So we went to the other place. It's this pizza and burgers, and it's a bar that serves food. I will put it that way. And so he orders a beer, and I get a Coke, and then uh, he's like, "Hey, let's get some pizza. You want a pizza? Yeah, yeah, we'll do that." So we get a pizza, and we proceed to share it. We split it, half and half. And he orders another beer, and he's starting to get a little more tipsy, as you might say. And the the bartender there, I think his name was Steve, but people called him Stevie or something. I can't, not exactly sure if that's correct, but I know his name was not Scotty. This much I know. And he proceeded to continue calling the bartender Scotty for the entire evening, and then he was. I'm having a hard time saying it without cracking. There's the song, Satuyday, night, right? Well, Boomer, he kept going Scotty, night, and so we still to this day I can just message him and say like Scotty night or whatever. Um, so he got the bartender's name wrong, and then so anyway the bill comes and he offers to pay, and I said, oh, well, sure, yeah, thank you. And so anyway, we settled the tab, and I was like, why don't you let me drive you home? So we arrived. I'll mention he drove up in his car, and I drove up in mine because I can't remember exactly why we didn't just pile in one car, but it got to the end of the night, and he was like, "You better drive me home." And I'm like, "Yes, I'm definitely driving you home. You can have someone come drop you off later and get your car or whatever." So we did. We left his car there, and I drove him home and made sure he got back in his apartment. And then I went home, right? And I go home, go to sleep, think nothing of it. The next day, I message him and just say, "Hey, boom, how you doing? Thanks for the pizza last night." And he was like, "Oh, I'm doing well." And apparently, we got pizza. I was like, "Yes, we did." Oh, I left this part out of it as well. So we paid the tab, right? We paid the bill, paid for the pizza. He paid for his beers, my drink, everything. And he kept trying to ask for the bill, and I'm like, "Boomer, we already paid the bill." Oh, okay. Hey, Scotty, can we get it? I was like, "Boomer, we already got the bill. We've paid it. It's done. You got out your wallet, handed the card. It's we're good, right? We can leave at any time." Oh, okay. Hey, can we get the bill whenever? I was like, "Boomer, we've already paid." I was like, "Okay, let's go." So we left. We stopped to talk to somebody and mentioned about how we need to pray for Ron Sano because he was really sick. In fact, I think he ended up dying maybe a month or two after that, because I think that was in September and he passed in December of that year. So that gives you a little time frame. But that was a fun night. I remember most of it. I don't know how much Boomer remembers, but those are the kinds of stories that you'll hear on the next episode or the next episodes. We might break it up. We're just we're gonna run with it. We're gonna record until we can't record any longer. So we just run out of material, and it could be 10 minutes, could be 10 hours. I don't know. I do know whatever it is, it'll be broken up into episodes. And he's going to be a regular, frequent guest host. He will not always be on with me, though. But he will be a frequent guest host, guest co-host. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think you all are going to enjoy it, and enjoy him, and enjoy the chemistry we have. He and I have hosted a couple of things together. We called baseball games together. We did a show called Check-In Desk Live that we'll get into more detail on when he's on with us. The Check-In Desk Live was not a success.
Gosh.
I will tell you that. But man, I'm so looking forward to Tuesday when we get together to record. So that's gonna do it.
Didn't
for this
happen,
edition
Cameron.
Of observations and comments. I do thank you all for tuning in, and we will catch you all later.
So there it was, the podcast, Observations and Comments, which you can find wherever you get your podcasts. And so I had a fun time recording that. I just did a quick record, threw it up there. Didn't do a whole lot of editing other than adding the bumps at the beginning and the end, and that was really about it. Yeah, looking forward to this Tuesday, hopefully. He should be good to go. I think he has power again. So, the lack of power kind of made it difficult to record on his end. So, and we also actually lost power briefly Tuesday morning as well. So, yeah, my radio program. And so much more. So, I'm going to sign off. It's been a pleasure being here with you on this Friday, early Saturday. And we'll catch you next week. Friday, I'll be on, actually Wednesday, 10 o'clock in the morning, Central Time, for my first radio program. So looking forward to that. We'll